With these 8 strategies I'm going to show you today, you're going to earn so many Chase points that you're not going to know what to do and your head will figuratively explode. With the best hotel transfer partner, great airline transfer partners, consistent transfer bonuses, and a decent baseline redemption rate on the travel portal, you can never really have too many Chase points. And my name is Michael, by the way. I've earned millions of points and I've redeemed them for free travel, and I'm here to show you how to do the same. So let's go ahead and jump into number 1, which is the obvious. It probably brought you here to begin with. It is a sign up bonus. I'm assuming you've already got the Chase Sapphire Preferred and now you're wanting more. In the personal card realm, I would recommend that you look at the Chase Freedom Flex or the Chase Freedom Unlimited. Each of these will give you 20,000 points back as a sign up bonus, and neither of them have annual fees. I typically recommend that you get one unless you're really fiending for some more points. Then you can get 2. It's just that 20,000 points isn't that much, and there is the idea of an opportunity cost as far as getting a higher, better sign up bonus that may be suited for your travel need. And I do have a video separate talking about which one of those would be right for you. I'll tag that up above in the description for you. But other than those, I want to talk about more sign up bonuses aside from those cards. And to be eligible for these, you are going to need a side hustle of some sort. This could be selling something on Facebook Marketplace, selling crafts at work, or even setting up a social media account and setting up affiliate links so you could earn additional income like I am. But also you're eligible if you do have a legit side business like catering or something of the sort, or you're an independent contractor, then you will be eligible for business credit cards, and that's what we're talking about here. Chase has 3 main business cards that earn fat sign-up bonuses. Specifically, you got the Chase Ink Cash and the Chase Ink Unlimited. Neither of these have annual fees, and they'll earn you a whopping 75,000 points. Incredible for no annual fees. There's also the Chase Ink Preferred, which has an incredible promotional sign-up bonus of 120,000 points, and it only has a $95 annual fee. Now, the thing to note is that there is a little bit higher minimum spend, usually around $6,000 to $8,000 in 3 months. But sometimes there are promotions where that spend is expanded over longer periods of time or decreased temporarily. Be sure to check out whatever promotions are going on. I'll have my affiliate links and referral links down in the description. As a shameless plug, I do appreciate if you are able to use those links down there. It is a great way to support the channel at no cost to you. However, I do care about you more than me, and so I only recommend that you use my links only after looking at method number 7. And if that doesn't apply to you, then check out the links down below. Otherwise, make sure to stick around for that method there. Now, quick aside, the Freedom cards and the no annual fee Ink cards, these are both advertised as cash back. However, if you have the Chase Sapphire Preferred, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, or the Ink Business Preferred, you are able to combine that cash back into Chase Ultimate Rewards. To combine your points is simple. You just log into your Chase account and then you select Chase Ultimate Rewards on the right side menu here. You'll select the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, and then on this page you'll select Rewards Details, the drop down menu, and you'll see Combined Points here. You'll get to this landing page and select that you want to transfer your Freedom points over to your Sapphire Preferred and select Next. It'll ask you how many points you want to transfer, select Review, and then Submit, and that's how you transfer your points. Now, the last note about these sign-up bonuses is that in order to be approved, you do need to be under 524. What 524 is, it's an unwritten rule by Chase, essentially saying if you've been approved for 5 credit cards within the last 24 months, you will not be approved for another Chase card. So if you've been approved only for 4 cards in the last 24 months, you're good. Now, these are credit cards from any provider or any bank whatsoever, and authorized users do count. But if an authorized user is the reason why you're at 524, then there is a chance after calling the reconsideration line after being denied, they may overturn that decision and get you approved for the card. However, reports have been mixed as of recently in terms of if that works or not still. You'll also want to note that business cards do not count towards that 524 status. So for example, if you're at 424, only 4 cards in the last 24 months, and you apply to one of the Chase Ink business cards, that will keep you at 424, so you're still able to apply to more Chase cards. However, instead, if you apply to a Chase Freedom card, that'll bump you up to 525 and you will no longer be able to get to any Chase cards, including a business card from there. Now, with all that being said, after earning all of these Chase sign-up bonuses, that brings our total to 380,000 points with the current offers as of today. But we're just getting started here, so now let's move on to some more fun ones. This next one is sporadic, but it's simple and easy to do. You simply go to chase.com/mybonus. It'll take you to this landing page and you simply type in the last 4 digits of your card, your zip code, and your last name, and there's a chance you may get popped up with a promotional offer. Now, I will say most of the time this is specific to co-branded cards. However, there have been times in the past where you will get an additional promotional bonus. For like the Chase Sapphire Preferred, there was once a Starbucks promotion, and then there was one in the past with the ink card. They're very few in between. However, I think it's still worth it to check at least once a month or once a quarter. I'll have that link in the description for you as well. Method number 3 is a personal favorite of mine. I'm gonna show you how to access it on the computer because it is easier to see that way. We're talking about the Chase shopping portal. Okay, to access the shopping portal, you're gonna go back to your Ultimate Rewards panel. So select here from the main menu. And then whenever you choose which card you're trying to access, make sure to click your Freedom card. I'll tell you why here in a second. But once you're on this page, you're gonna go to Shopping and Experiences and then hit Shop and Earn Bonus Points. And this will take you to the Ultimate Rewards shopping portal. Now to use it is fairly straightforward. If you know what retailer or store you're looking for, you can simply type it in here. For instance, if you're looking for PetSmart for pet food, you can earn 5 points per dollar on what you spend here. A lot of the times, if there is a buy online and pick up in store option, it will still give you those bonus points. So that's really helpful for things like Home Depot and other things like that. You can also use the search bar if you have a specific product you're looking for. Like if you're looking for a pair of shoes, you could type that in and then it'll give you all of the different retailers and where you can buy it from. And so that way you can go to whoever's going to give you the most points. And additionally, instead of getting just more points per dollars, you can also get lump sums of points. And this is pretty typical for subscription-based services. Like with Blue Apron, they'll give you 5,000 points whenever you sign up for your first month. And so to activate any of these rewards, you do have to go through this Chase shopping portal every time before you make your purchase. And then make sure to click on subscribe now or shop now, and then you'll have to click it once more, and then it'll take you to that retailer's website, and then you continue on making that purchase. What I typically do is I look on the website first, add everything to my cart, close out that tab, it'll save it, and then go through the shopping portal from there. Also, if you're using another service for coupon codes like the Capital One shopping portal, go ahead and activate those coupon codes first before going through the Chase shopping portal, because otherwise it may credit that purchase towards Capital One if you activate that after going through Chase. Now the reason why I told you to go through the Freedom card and not the Sapphire card is because the Freedom card will actually give you more points per dollar compared to the Sapphire card. If you see here on cashbackmonitor.com, if you go through the Freedom shopping portal, you'll get that 5,000 point bonus. But if you were to go through your Sapphire card, you would just get 3,000 points. So a pretty big difference. And so that's another reason why you may want to consider getting one of the Freedom cards if you don't already. While we're here, let me go ahead and show you method number 4, and that's going to be through Chase's dining portal. So going back to this screen, you'll see Explore Dining under Shopping and Experiences here. And that'll take you to this screen, and Chase's dining portal is powered by Talk. And so you will need to sign up and log in before actually making your reservation. But let me just show you. Let's pretend I'm going to look for dinner on my birthday for 2. It'll give you a bunch of options here. And so let's say I wanted to book this omakase. And so a lot of these options will have you prepay or put a deposit on a reservation in order to make the booking. And it is non-refundable. And you can go ahead and select your options and continue making the reservation. Now you can book with points. And so this would be 20,000 points, just 1 cent per point. So not really recommended, but whenever you make your reservation and complete it, you should earn 10 points per dollar on what you spend. Now this is combined with your 3x. And so it's really just 7x points on top of your 3x that you get using your Sapphire card. So it'll just be 10x points per dollar. So this method is only available if you have the Sapphire Reserve card. Now, truthfully, I've never actually used the Chase Dining Portal, and that's because there's a lot of different steps, and I typically prefer to use Bilt and American Airlines. And from what I've read, it can actually be kind of a hassle to get the points that you earned from Chase. And so for that reason, I'm out. So take that method with a grain of salt, and let's move on to method number 5. And that's going to be sweating the small stuff, because you can earn a nice chunk of change just by maximizing your regular spend and taking advantage of the earning categories of the range of cards we've talked about so far. I made this chart for you with all the different multipliers with the cards, so take a look at this however you like. But as you can see, you are able to stretch like $1,000 budget or whatever it may be turn that from 1,000 points to 3 or 5,000 points, depending on how much effort and how strategic you want to be. Now this brings up a few points. First thing, business cards, you are able to put personal expenses on them. They're not made for that, but there's little to no reports of anyone having their account shut down for simply putting personal expenses on their business credit cards. But what is not okay is writing off those personal expenses as business expenses for tax purposes. That is not okay and will get you in trouble. So if you do put personal expenses on business cards and you are putting business expenses on those same credit cards, make sure you do have some type of accounting software to keep those separate. But let me make the emphasis here that I am Nurse Michael Travels. I am not an accountant, lawyer, or anything of the sort. So this is not tax or financial advice. This is me just talking to you on a video. So be sure to subscribe and like this video if it's been helpful for you so far. And the second point I want to make is that there's two types of people out there. There's one type of person that gets excited about the prospect of maximizing something, about being able to spend $1 and getting the most number of points on that single dollar. And then there's another person where they just get a headache thinking about all these different options. And so figure out what type of person you are, or what type of person your partner or spouse is, and just play to those strengths or weaknesses. Don't try to force yourself to maximize every dollar or go about this. Keep it simple with 1 to 2 cards. If that's what you need to do, that's perfectly okay. Because my third point is that there is a certain opportunity cost if you are trying to use 3 to 5 credit cards to maximize every category, and that turns into one of your main ways of earning points. You may be missing out on putting purchases on sign-up bonuses if you're not focusing on that. But everyone's strategy is different. Those are just some things to keep in mind. And now method number 6 is by booking travel with cash through Chase's travel portal. Doing this will earn you 5 to 10x points per dollar spent. And I made 2 videos for you, one showing you exactly how to do this, and the other showing you what you need to be aware of before you actually do it, because there is some trouble you can run into if you're not prepared for it. So I'll let you check those out as we move into method number 7. And method number 7 is that once you get these cards, you are able to refer other people to these same cards. Now there is a cap on the number of points you're able to earn from these within the calendar year, and they do tend to change, so just be sure to be aware of those if you are getting a lot of referrals. And the nice thing about it is that these referrals are based on the family of cards that you're trying to refer. For example, if you have the Sapphire Preferred, you're able to refer someone to either the Sapphire Preferred or the Sapphire Reserve with that single link. If you have a Freedom Unlimited, you can refer others to the Freedom Unlimited, Flex, etc. And if you have any of the ink cards, you're able to refer someone else to any other ink card. You don't need every single card out there in order to make those referrals. The current referral bonuses are 5,000 points for the Freedom cards, 10,000 points for the Sapphire cards, and then 40,000 points for the ink. However, that's lowering down to 20,000 points here soon. So if you maximize every referral opportunity that you have, for this year's cap, you can earn up to 325,000 points. And now bringing us back to what I mentioned earlier, if you're the first person getting into the whole points and miles world, I truly appreciate it if you use my referral or affiliate links down in the description. And then from there, you can use your referral links to refer your friends, family, spouse, etc. getting into this as well. And by the way, if you do have a spouse or a roommate, someone within your household that has a Sapphire card, you are able to combine and transfer points to one another. And specifically, I'm talking about your Chase Ultimate Rewards. To do so, you simply call the phone number on the back of your Sapphire card, ask to speak with a representative. You're going to need your partner's credit card information as well. Ask them to link your account so that way you can transfer Chase Ultimate Rewards. They'll take both of your card information. And then after that first phone call, you'll be able to combine your points online, just like I showed you earlier, how you combine your points from your Freedom card over to your Sapphire card. The 8th and final method I have for you is thinking about the long game, and takes a little bit of strategy here, and it's actually just repeating step number 1, because you are able to earn these sign-up bonuses again. Specifically for the Sapphire bonus, you have to wait 4 years, specifically 48 months, from the time that you earned your bonus. Not for when you got approved for the card, but when you earn that sign-up bonus. If you think you may be eligible, here's the steps I would take. Number 1, I would first message a Chase customer service agent and ask them when you did get awarded that sign-up bonus, so you know exactly when. Step 2, after you know for sure it's been over 48 months, I would call a Chase agent and ask them to downgrade your Chase Sapphire card to one of the Freedom cards. You could cancel the card outright, but if you downgrade it instead to one of the Freedom cards, like the the Freedom Flex. You can have 2 Freedom Flex cards and you get a higher spending limit on some of those bonus categories, but also your credit line will remain open and that'll be a positive effect on your credit score in terms of your average credit history. And then step 3, after downgrading or canceling your card, I would wait 2 to 4 weeks so that way Chase can process that you have downgraded your card and you no longer have a Sapphire card, and then I would apply for that Sapphire card to get the bonus again. Now, an important note to make here is that whenever you apply for the Sapphire card the second time, you may not get approved. And once you downgrade your card out of a Sapphire card, you won't be able to transfer your points over to travel partners. So if you have the option, here's a strategy for you. You can either plan to get the Chase Ink Preferred ahead of this process so that way you still have a way of transferring your points to travel partners because the Ink Preferred does let you do that. Or B, make sure you have a spouse or roommate who you've already combined your accounts with and transfer those points to your partner that does have a Sapphire card so that way you still have access to all of those transfer partners. Now, when we start to talk about earning the Chase Ink bonuses over and over again, if you look at their terms and conditions, it tells you that you're not able to get the bonus if you received it before within the last 24 months, and that you're only available for the bonus if you don't already have this card. And so if you're applying for that same card with the same business information, like with the same EIN or the same social security number, then I probably would recommend waiting the full 24 months, canceling the card, and then reapplying. However, if you have multiple businesses or if you applied to one card using your EIN and you were looking to apply to that same card with the social security number instead as a sole proprietor, then there are many accounts and reports of being able to apply for that same card even with that 24-month period. So you can earn that Chase Ink bonus again even while still having that card in that other business name and within that 24-month period. For instance, I have 2 Business Ink cash cards, and now I applied with those with using 2 different EINs, but they were still within that 24-month period. And so theoretically, I might even be able to earn a third one using my social security number as a sole proprietor, but I'm not going to because that will kind of be pushing the limits here, and theoretically, Chase does have that within their terms, and so they could claw back those points if they chose to. However, they have not yet done so. So take that information with how you will, just don't go super crazy with it. Now, the Chase Freedom cards have similar language as the Ink cards. It's a 24-month waiting period instead of 48, but I personally don't think it's worth the trouble for just the 20,000 points that the Freedom cards offer, and you'll typically want to leave those lines open because it's no annual fee and it will help boost your credit score down the line with your average credit history. So now, after earning all of those Chase points, I would now try to focus on how to get to where I want to go with these points. And so for you, I've made this playlist showing you all the different ways to find award availability and some of the best transfer partners to use for various destinations. So be sure to check out that full playlist. And my name is Michael. I'm just a nurse with a passion for helping you travel more for less. I'll see you there.